You know that feeling like when you know that your parents are gonna tell you that your dog died or some shit?
That's the equivalent feeling? You understand, Alex, how much of a bad look for me this is right now? Anyone clicking into the stream right now is thinking horrible thoughts about me right now. They're like, Auggie is really going off the wagon. Holy shit. I do hope AugieRFC dies and would be happy to be told news of his demise. This guy! Everyone give a round of applause to Deaf Noodles. 82 fucking viewers, man. You really place a gambling addiction as more problematic than a porn addiction or a drug addiction or even alcoholism?
It's hard to have these discussions.
Are you kidding me? When the fuck
online
this guy porn stars every day? And I'm not even saying like, oh, lock him up. Like I'm making a moral argument there. I'm saying if this guy's gonna be the moral guy, okay, well, you promote degeneracy. No! Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, Deaf Noodles W?
The Deaf Noodles has more dignity than Lance. I wanted to go over this little video that I found, and I haven't even seen all of it. I've only seen a minute into this, but the minute that I did see was phenomenal, okay? So you guys know how Flamenco's back on Twitter, right? He's back on Twitter, and obviously his grift in like commentary is ruined, as well as his grift in the Ralph universe. Both of those grifts are ruined because both of those audiences, the commentary audience, as well as the Ralph people, well, they all hate Flamenco. So instead, he's become a full-on anime VTuber account. He's just gone full in with the anime, which, to be honest, is his best option. That's really all he has to do. And to be honest, when I think about it too, his anime content he would make back in the day probably ended up being his most profitable. That and the Ralph shit. But the Ralph shit isn't profitable for anyone anymore. If you're still A-logging Ralph, like right now, and that's all you make. I mean, it's one thing if you're just covering it along with other stories, but if you're still a YouTube channel that is 100% Ethan Ralph in March of 2023, well, I've got some bad news for you, bro. You're that shit is dry as fuck. Nobody cares that much. At least now at this point. At least not that I could imagine. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I could be talking completely out of my ass. Maybe the Ralph stuff is more alive than ever before. I stopped following it. I'll be honest with you guys. I've been following the Ralph drama for years because it's genuinely interesting to me, but it has not been interesting to me in like months. I don't know what's going on. So Flamenco's drifted fully into the VTubing stuff now, right? And as you guys remember, one of his favorite VTubers was Mommy Pipkin Pippa, okay? You know, you had Daddy Jim, and then you have... I can't say it seriously. You have Mommy Pipkin Pippa. That's Flamenco's fucking... This is who he jerks off to or something. I don't know. So, Pipkin Pippa has already disavowed Flamenco. Already. And for some reason, nobody talked about this other than Grapers. That's the only sphere that this has been, you know, circulating. So, I thought we'd take a look at the clip. and just see what we have here. What phenomenon have we stumbled across here? You know what I mean, guys? And I will be checking the super chats. Poofy with the 10, thank you very much. Longface with the 2 says the Ralph meat content is dry and well done. Yeah, as far as I know, the Ralph stuff is like, who cares? He's been on Xanax for like 3 months. You know, what can you say? He's on pills. Yes, he's been on pills for 3 months. Like, really? What else has he done? What else has happened? But again, I could be talking out of my ass. Who knows? Maybe there's stuff going on there. I just haven't been following it. Anyway, let's watch this Flamenco clip right here. I'm going to boost our audio just a little bit so we can hear him in all of his glory.
I'm going to call you out, though, Flamenco. I'm going to call you out for something.
And when I heard this, it's like, oh, fucking shit. Oh, crap.
So he's already getting nervous. He hears the words of Pippa Pipkin saying she's going to call him out. And he's been down this road multiple times, right? So he's nervous.
No, unironically though, I had like, you know that feeling when you are, you know that feeling like when you know that your parents are going to tell you that your dog died or some shit?
That's the equivalent feeling? Holy shit. I didn't know things were so serious.
It's sort of like that roller coaster feeling. I had that like really fucking hard when this happened. I was like, oh shit.
He thought his dog was gonna die when he heard the words of Pippa. Chastise him. Amazing.
It's not my place to, like, police you or to step in for other content creators or whatever.
No, it's for law enforcement. No, I'm just kidding.
But I will say, I know you were probably trying to be nice, and I don't.
No.
Shadow might have appreciated it. Fallen Shadow might have appreciated it. But I don't think you should intentionally rile up the Twitter mob using VTubers.
Okay, so let me explain what's going on here, because it's been a few weeks, so you guys might not catch on to what she's saying here. So you guys know when Flamenco got unbanned from Twitter, he started making all of these tweets that were going viral, where he would clip like a VTuber that looks questionable, or maybe he'd clip some of the mainstream VTubers that are probably normal, and then like some of the more questionable ones. And whenever they would shit talk Twitter, or shit talk the trolls, or shit talk anybody, he would clip them and be like, "Damn, I love when my favorite fucking mommy VTuber calls out the haters." He'd clip this and he'd throw it up on Twitter. And one of these tweets ended up getting like 20 million views or some shit like that. And if you look at the replies and all of the quote tweets, literally all of it was just people being like, dude, you're fucking 30. You're weird. Why do you still like this? Who cares? Why is this your entire personality? You look like a creepy pedo. Fuck you. That was like all of the quote tweets. 20 million people basically reiterating the same points that every other Flamenco hater has said before, except the difference is they aren't saying that because they're just repeating what they've heard before. They're coming to these conclusions naturally. Like, they look into Flamenco, they realize his age, they look into his content stuff, and it's not even like, because Flamencos will sit here and tell you, oh, I'm smeared, they lie about me all the time. And it's like, yeah, that's true. They probably do lie about Flamenco a lot, but the stuff that Flamenco does create is questionable enough on its own. So you have 20 million people. So Pipkin is chastising Flamenco for making all of these like baity tweets, like getting all this negative attention, because Flamenco in the process is bringing all of VTubing down to his level. And Pipka recognizes this and she's ordering Flamenco to stop. So let's see how Flamenco responds to this, all right? Hopefully I've made sense for you guys.
The Twitter mob using VTubers.
And looking back, I can understand. I can understand where she was going for on that one. So
no, dude. You know what I just realized? You know what I just realized watching this, guys? Pipkin Pippa. You know who she is in this clip? She's me a year ago. Pippa Pipkin is taking her new role is me from a year ago. Hey, Flam, you're doing this cringy shit, bro. Come on, just chill out, bro. You're making us look bad. Come on, stop. Flam's like, oh, I mean, you're right, dude. I can see where you're coming from, man. You're right, man. I need to take a break. Pippa's literally me, dude. She's literally me now. She's taken my role. What the fuck is this? And now here I am a year later as the audience. Now I'm the chat. I've become the chat and Pipka's become me. And Flamenco has become a worse version of himself. This is like the updated dynamics here, okay?
I am sorry about that. I actually genuinely am sorry about that. Again, that tweet was not meant to breach containment like it did. It was more of, hey, VTubers who are a little fucking frustrated with these people getting their way and causing this person to quit over harassment and shit. You should go watch them. I didn't mean to be like, oh, fucking based. She fucking showed them or anything like that. You know what I mean?
I understand it came from, like, a well-intentioned place. But you posted the
Flamenco's like, oh, thank God. She doesn't think that I'm that bad yet.
video on Twitter.
No, it was a funny tweet, and some of the shit that I've seen about it was funny too. It's just I can understand the dislike of that, so I'm gonna try to not do that in the future. I'm gonna try to not do that when I go over a certain retard apparently talking about Pippa tomorrow too. So just fingers crossed.
Is he already bowing down? He's already submitting to his mommy. This is just insane, man. I mean, again, like, It was one thing when he's being tarred wrinkled by me because that was already ridiculous enough because I'm like 10 years plus below his age, you know, and I also have significantly less experience online than probably Flamenco. Flamenco was jerking off to this type of shit when I was like 7. Okay, I was probably the same age as okay, never mind. Anyway, so Flamenco has all this experience, but he needs to be schooled and lectured by me, which was already ridiculous. And even before we even knew his age, back when we thought he was like 24, even then it was still ridiculous. But now he's being daddied by this like VTubing anonymous. Do we even know what this person like looks like? And he's already submitting to her quickly, you know? So it's like, what am I watching here? You know, 34-year-old man. And by the way, we've got some updates with the alleged Bunk fight that, let's just be honest, we know is never going to happen. Which I don't say that happily. I'm very disappointed. But we have some, we have some updates there, which is just crazy to get into. But let's keep watching. We're only 2 minutes in. I can't stop talking, dude. Stop calling her that. Dude, I have to drive home just how fucking insane this clip is because you know Flamenco says stuff like that. Serious. That's basically like the dynamic of what we have here. Like, Flam's watching this clip, pretending to be all innocent and just being like, oh, I hear your good advice. Yes, I will listen to this. But you know, it's like a sexual thing, right? Like, obviously. You know he's getting turned on by this, right, chat? Like, you guys aren't fucking stupid, right? Like, that's what we're watching. RFCX Pippa win. It's time to put the pedo... Okay, dude. The pedo pop down. I don't know. Michael Alberto told me that we were all going to do a stream with her at one point, and I still have no idea who she is or if that stream even happened and I just missed it. I don't even know. But yeah, talk to Michael Alberto about that. Or maybe don't.
We can manage to not disappoint people.
Of Fallen Shadow saying some things. It was not my intention, but yeah. Just because, like, maybe I'm being overprotective of VTubers or whatever, but a lot of VTubers, I'm just gonna say it blunt, okay? Like, we're mentally unwell women. And a lot of other VTubers.
Flam's like, boost. Bro, do you guys remember when Flam would be on the show? And like anytime a woman would be like somewhat misogynistic against herself, Flam would always sit there and be like, oh my god, yes, so true, queen, based. You know what I mean? I'd have to sit there and tell him, I'd be like, dude, why? Like, calm down. You know what's going on here, right? Like, do I even need to explain this? Like, come on now.
We'll start shit at any opportunity and use it as an excuse to attack other VTubers. So I know your intentions were good, and I'm not gonna say it like...
Like, here's the deal. You know, Flam's always against like the simping stuff and all the Twitch stuff, the hot tub streamers, right? Isn't this just hot tub streaming? What's the difference? Because if your sexual fetish is like Japanese anime, women with voices that sound like... If that's your fetish or whatever, this is basically your hot tub stream, right? I mean, except maybe even arguably worse because it's like, at least hot tub streaming is honest about what it is. You're never going to click on a hot tub stream and confuse it for innocent content. It is what it is. It's porn. Or at least softcore. It's not like, you know, fucking nudity, or it might as well be in some cases, but you know what I mean, right? Like, there is like, it is basically porn. Is this not the same thing? Like, if that's your fucking fetish, then yeah, this is your hot tub streaming. So, like, if I watch Amaranth, and Amaranth, while she's in the middle of her whore hot tub stream, she's like, oh, women are just so cringe, am I right? I'm just such a whore. And then I sit there in the chat, I'm just like, yes, so true. And I'm streaming myself, watching Amaranth while I'm cooming to it simultaneously. Would you guys not call me weird for that in the chat? I feel like I'd get crucified for that forever. Like, I'd never be able to live that down. Like, what's the difference between that and this?
I'm not saying it on Fallen Shadow's behalf. You know, she's an adult. She can say what she pleases.
Augie's Flam voice is actually spot on. I wasn't even trying, bro. That's the worst part. All right.
But just my opinion, just in general, probably I don't think you should post stuff like that again. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to listen to me. But speaking as somebody from the VTuber community, probably don't Submersion ruined. Well, it wasn't the only one though.
So is she telling this? She's saying this on her own stream, right? So she's probably got like 5,000 people as she's sitting here lecturing Flam who have no fucking idea what's happening right now.
There's a few people that do it.
I will also note though, like, because I was like, you know, oh shit, yeah, and then I sent another super chat and just it was like, it's right here.
Just like how every time we see like a furry with a Nazi arm.
Wait, hold on. wait, let me play it again.
Well,
wait, did she talk to you about donating to her?
it wasn't the only one. No, there's a few people that do it.
And then I sent another super chat. And
yes!
Like,
yes, and more. Yes, please. Dude, I cannot get this VTubing stuff, man. I know whenever anyone says that, they just sound like a fucking retard boomer, but it's like actually, like the whole culture around this, it's just foreign to me. I mean, it literally is, but also it's like completely dominated the culture now. I mean, these VTubing are like the highest earning streamers other than Tim Pool and Sam Hyde. Like, you look at the top earners on YouTube streaming, it's Tim Pool, Sam Hyde, and then VTubers all around. And I don't say that. It's not like I'm salty. I'm like, oh, these VTubers are ruining the platform. No, they're just another genre of content that's in addition to the rest of the content on the platform. I'm not like salty, but I just don't understand any of this. Like, even the innocent stuff, you know, it's just like, what? How do you sit down and watch this for longer than like a minute?
it's right here.
Just like how every time we see like a furry with a Nazi armband, it's like it's fucking it's free real estate, right? And I'm not saying the base stuff is equivalent to the Nazi armband thing, but in the eyes of Twitter,
so she's comparing Flamenco to a Nazi.
It's in the eyes of Twitter, when a VTuber says the R slur, that is the equivalent of like Nazi armband and shit. Okay.
Well, it sounds like a fun community to be in.
I can understand that sentiment facts. It's just like, if the person specifically that, like, because I did something similar with the Pippa one, but it didn't breach containment, but like, I don't know if she saw that, and I don't know how she feels about that one. Like, if Pippa fucking DM'd me and was like, hey, can you not do that? I would be like, yeah, shit, fuck.
If Pippa DM'd me. Nice, real subtle there, buddy. You know, if she sends me a DM, then maybe.
I care more about I care more about Pippa and Shondo than I do about like sticking it to like any of the fucking Twitter weirdos or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Twitter
I don't know.
Weirdos.
I don't know. That's how I'm doing it.
I tap out for a minute or two and I feel like I lost something important. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Dude, the fucking music.
It's unfortunate. I mean, you can argue like it's fine. Right? Because it should be expected if you're out on the internet. People are gonna attack you and shit. Recognizing your dollars, they'll attack VTubers.
Oh, you that Flam? Listen up.
Pippa? Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's my other?
That is true.
Oh, then he's clicking to when he sent another donation. Got noticed by her again. And I haven't seen this clip. I don't know if this is interesting. I'll just read this. This guy who's posted this is like insane, by the way. Flamenco super chats and passively. Hold on. Okay, let me read this seriously for a second. Flamenco super chats in passive-aggressively, begging for forgiveness from Pippa. Flamenco then seethes over Ethan Ralph's... Okay, what is this shit? This guy's like a huge pro-Ethan Ralph guy, apparently, so... He's talking about Ethan Ralph stuff, I guess. I don't know. Let's just watch the clip.
Which one? 225. Okay, it's this one. Yeah, thank you. Don't deny it, chat. She's right, and you know it. Embrace it, live it. Become one of us furries. We have animal videos and coffee, tea.
Furries.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Hell of a tangent. That was a hell of a tangent.
Be honest with me for a second. Do you think Ethan Ralph has punched his baby yet? I think Ethan Ralph spends like maybe 2 to 1 hour a day with the baby. I think May probably takes care of it for the most part. Ralph is like...
Do you think Ethan Ralph punches his baby? What the fuck? Why is he answering that seriously? What the fuck am I listening to, bro? He's like, well, given that Ralph only hangs out with the baby for 1 to 2 hours a day, we can deduce that no, he doesn't actually have enough time to punch the baby because he's too busy on stream. And also given that he's on Xanax, you know, he's a little too like subdued and out of it to get angry enough to punch the baby, you know. So given this information, we can deduce that Ethan Ralph probably doesn't punch his baby, but he would if he was soap. It's like, why? What is this stream, bro?
He fucking zoned out of his mind, so I don't know if he like can fucking manage the energy to throw a punch at anybody, including a baby.
Damn, so his take is that Ethan Ralph doesn't punch his baby because he's too physically weak to overpower a baby. Amazing take, Flamenco.
Super next stream. Oh my god. Quick before chat makes a new one. Now, thank you. Remember to boost up Hogwarts Legacy at least 5 times a day since it apparently kills Twitter users somehow. Flamenco, thank you. Good advice, sorry for making the mood serious. No. That was me. You did not make the mood serious. I'm the one who went after you, okay? That was not you. And realistically, I should have just like DM'd you rather than talking on stream. I think I like to think
Mako is throbbing right now.
The environment's chill here, though. I hope you don't feel like I'm attacking you publicly. It would have been better to DM you. I'm not good at DMing people, though. Sorry. Anyways.
Damn.
So
rejected. I'm not good at DMing people.
It was nice though. I like that Pippa thinks of me as like one of the more sane ones. Just.
Oh man, one of the more sane ones. That's how she thinks about you.
Just a little bit. I mean, I'm still a little bit of a fucking nutcase, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Look at Sass, Amanita, thank you for the 500 HK.
Bruh, this clip, bro.
Jeez, hi Pippa, sorry for missing birthday stream due to a fight, and now I'm in an inferior time zone. Due to a flight, not due to a fight. I was like, what the fuck? Inferior time zone. Still a lot of bad shit happens here. In the Chuba zone, so I'm glad that I found you from feed stream and got base wagon.
Alright, is there any relevant? I can't listen to any more of this. I don't think there's any relevant other part of the clip. What does this guy say? Minko then considers buying Pippa a birthday. Okay, hold on. We gotta listen to that. Never mind.
What from Pipkin? What's up?
Never mind.
It was very sweet. It was very sweet. I really like that. I like the rabbit. I like the rabbit. All right. I like the yabbit. The yabbit is funny. All right. Go subscribe to Pippa if you. Although, like, let's be real. Is there anybody in my audience that hasn't fucking subscribed to Pippa yet? Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you gonna buy her birthday bundle? What's in her birthday bundle? Maybe. I don't know.
What's in her birthday bundle? What's in it? He thought about that. Somebody asked, are you going to buy her a gift from her birthday bundle? He asked, ooh, well, I mean, what's inside? Yo, dude.
Oh.
This is crazy. Is this not crazy? To me, this is crazy. Like, what's the actual fuck is happening? Yeah, this drama stems from the original Flamenco post that went viral with 27 million views. Flamenco kept doubling down on how cool child voice VTubers talking about their flat chest is using videos of this mentally sick woman. If other lolly VTubers are begging you to stop, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, this is the tweet that I was talking about that got 20 million views. And like I said, if you click through all of the quote tweets, the quote tweets sound a lot like us or worse than us, but it's not from people who are a part of what we do. You know what I mean? It's not from commentary people. It's not from drama-related people at all. It's literally just from people reacting naturally. This is their first impressions of Flamenco, just on a surface-level understanding of who he is. This is what the conclusions that they've come to regarding Flamenco. It's very similar to my conclusions. Although, to clarify, I don't think he's like a full-on like pedophile or anything like that. I just think this guy is just... I don't know, man. You guys know me. It's I don't like to go down the full pedophile routes without solid, just rock hard definitive evidence. I don't like to smear people and stuff, no matter who they are. And I don't even really think it's necessary in Flamenco's case. The dude's such a fucking loser that you can call him 20 other things, that are just as, well, not just as punctual, but pretty accurate. Alex Gekmo, AugieRFC, do you want a timestamp of the VOD where Pippa talks about how she used to let her teeth rot out of her mouth and yeah, sure. Yeah, you know what? That sounds great. Send me a, if you just have that on standby, of course, why not? All right, because I don't know what this is. All right, let's just give it a shot.
I would live off of nothing but chips and junk food. I would just live off of fucking junk food and soda. And if there was no soda in the house, I just wouldn't drink anything.
Michael Alberto is listening to this right now, like, yes, yes.
What
She's
flavor?
just like me.
Chips, I like the nacho Doritos, but really, I just really like chips. I don't know that weird. See, but I was on like there's like the obese gamer. Yeah, gamer grinds. There's like the obese gamer, right? But I was the malnourished gamer, right? Because all I'm eating is fucking Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew and not consuming like.
Why are you watching Lolly with with 968 other people live? Wow, Boblax, you caught me. Thanks for that amazing comment in my live chat. This is cringe. It better get good. I'm giving it like 20, 30 seconds. This better get good.
Any liquid other than soda? How's your teeth? Oh, my teeth.
Because this is a, you understand, Alex, how much of a bad look for me this is right now? Anyone clicking into the stream right now is thinking horrible thoughts about me right now. They're like, Auggie is really going off the wagon. Holy shit. The subreddit is not going to like this one.
Terrible. I'm still living with those consequences. I recently got all my cavities filled and everything.
Oh boy.
But man, my
it's not going to get better. We're giving it 10 more seconds,
teeth
all right?
were fucked.
Oh.
My teeth were terrible. I smelled terrible.
Is this an RFC stream or Flamenco stream? It's an RFC stream. We're watching a bad clip, not a good clip, all right? If this was a Flamenco stream, we would be loading this up right now like, look, guys, yes, yes.
I was
Oh, yes. Dude, Flamenco would literally do, like, watch together streams, watching her content with his chat. And he'd only have, like, 60 viewers in there or something, but they would just sit there and watch with him.
fucking living in gamer filth.
Ew.
I never peed in bottles, though. I never went that far. Mostly because I knew that if I went that far...
This woman, by the way, is the highest earning super chatter, or one of the highest on YouTube right now.
And my parents found out, I would probably be barred from the internet. I think that would be...
Haven't caught a stream before, so this is a first for me. You could not have given a worse message to me right now in this moment. I am completely embarrassed.
too far. I did have moldy dishes spread out all around me. I used to have
what
like
the
a full
fuck?
fucking...
This is okay. So now we're just going full hoarders. Now this is just turned into an episode of hoarders.
mold collection. Okay, listen. I had the when you leave
A
a bowl
mold
of
collection.
ramen out, and it gets like really fucking toxic, and the smell is just incredibly potent. I had the fucking dried steak where it's just solid steak.
Holy shit.
It's solid steak. There's not even any fucking mold on it that you can see, but it's just solid. And you got the fucking like ketchup on the dish. That's like
what the fuck?
glued to the fucking dish, and you have to like let it soak in the sink for like 2 hours. I had the fucking like pasta. The pasta mold, which is like the green with like the... It's like white spots with green in the center. I had fucking...
Now, how long ago was this? Well, it was a year ago. So maybe she's changed, guys.
And then,
Flamenco, defend this.
like, sometimes I would forget to close my Dorito bag. Sorry, my eyes are getting...
This isn't... How long are we into... This is like a topic that if this were to ever come up on stream, this should only be like at 3 in the morning at like lowest viewership possible, where it gets to that point of the stream where it's like so late into the night. Nobody gives a fuck anymore about standards or anything. So they just talk about all kinds of weird, degenerate shit. Yeah, I think we've heard enough from this. This is amazing. Okay, so on top of that, as I'm sure you guys are wondering, all right, where is the Flamenco Bunk fight? Where is this fight? I told you guys, no matter where this is in the world, I would show up to this. If this is in China, Russia, Israel, Africa, literally wherever it's hosted, no matter what, I would show up to this 100%. So a couple days ago, Bunk tweets, 5 days ago, Flamenco has backed out of the fight. I am undefeated in boxing. So Keemstar jumps in and drops this statement regarding the fight, clarifying all of the misconceptions, and this is not the end of it. There's more. Keemstar says, for clarification, Flamenco and Bunk both were told to post public videos proving their training. Now understand what Keemstar just said, proving they are training. You don't even have to do any. You don't even have to like it doesn't even have to be good footage. Just prove that you were in a gym working out. Only Bunk did. I'm not wasting my time and energy for another Tonka situation. Flamenco claims he wants to post because he didn't want his gym doxxed. That's his issue, not mine, not Bunk's, not any other influencer boxer. Yes, Flamenco's going to be the first anonymous influencer boxer. He's gonna destroy everything. There were so many ways to prove that he was training without giving any key information here. I believe he simply didn't post any training videos because he's not training. And even if I'm wrong, I'm not going to waste my time on someone that won't make content to promote their fight like training videos. He didn't even offer to send me training videos privately. So yes, he backed out basically. Now, Flam did contest that last point, and he ended up posting DMs offering that he could send Keemstar some stuff, but he then clarified, I'm not doxing my gym. And to me, it's like, this makes no sense, right? Obviously. First of all, why would you agree to a fight if you're that worried about your privacy? Now, understand, Flamenco's been totally fully doxxed last year. He got brutalized, and I actually feel bad for him for that, because I don't like doxing. I don't like it happening to anybody, and I did feel bad when it happened to Flamenco. But at this point, it's like, okay, so what are your options? Lock everything down and just fuck off, or accept people's challenges to fights that you know you're never going to be. This is literally the most easily avoided situation of all time. Why would you accept a fight, but then you don't want to prove that you're boxing? I mean, understand, when Keemstar offered this fight to Bunk and Flamenco, Bunk's attitude was, fuck yeah, let's do it. Flam's attitude was, I mean, sure, I guess. If it's beneficial to me, then sure. I mean, I guess I'll do it. Sure, okay. Horrible attitude to have. And Keemstar recognized that immediately. And whenever he pushed Flamenco about that, Flam just had no real answer. He's like, well, I mean, yeah, I'll fight. I mean, of course I would. Right? It's like, okay, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Just don't accept this stupid shit. Just be like, why are you challenging me to fight on the internet? That's gay. Right? Just say that and just avoid this whole situation altogether. But he can't do that. So they fight. At this point, the thread continues, and nobody really knows what's happening anymore. And then a day later, Bunk tweets, I actually have no fucking clue what's happening with the Flamenco fight. Now, like, zero clue. Don't ask. And that's the last he's tweeted about it, so who fucking knows at this point? I don't really know. I'm not too surprised to see this fall apart. But it is what it is. That's the Flamenco stuff right there. Pathetic. Pitiful situation. Okay, who the fuck is this? Lucari. Some commentary spurg. I just happened to see this today. He said, I'll just go ahead and say it in its official capacity. He has a statement. I do hope AugieRFC dies and would be happy to be told news of his demise. Not because I dislike him enough to think he deserves it, but because Augie's simps are so utterly fucking insane! Fuck this guy! So this guy, I don't even know who this guy is. Apparently he faked having CP once to like troll people or something like that. I don't even know the story. But he's now put out his new thread, his new ideas that he wants me to drop dead. Only because he hates my fans, though. I will say, credit where it's deserved. He doesn't really seem to have a personal issue with me. So, Lucari, we're actually cool. I'm glad that we have no issues. But why do you hate my fans, bro? They're great people. What the fuck is up with them? He says, it would bring me nothing but satisfaction to bear witness to their misery at the realization that their God can bleed. Auggie simps are a cult of dangerous lunatics. They are the ones that would be better off without the creepy little fucks. Would probably bomb a kindergarten if they found out one of the kids in the classroom didn't like an episode of After Hours. And then they say Pixar didn't happen when you bring it up. And then they try and get you banned if you do indeed show... This is just schizophrenic delusion. Like, of all the things my audience is known for. Listen, you can call my audience a lot of things, all right? Creeps, losers, but you can't call them flaggers. That's like the one thing unanimously we're all against. What the fuck, bro? So just slandering me on the timeline. You hate to fucking see it. What is this shit? Oh, man. As if this would even happen to you. I think it's so funny because people have such delusional ideas of my audience too. Like, people think my audience are like, they would actually care. If you guys found out I dropped dead tomorrow, it would be like Doc in the radio would talk about it on stream. You know what I mean? It would just be part of the news cycle. Speaking of the news cycle, you know who's not in the cycle? Deaf fucking Noodles, man. This guy's got 82 viewers last night. Everyone give a round of applause to Deaf Noodles. 82 fucking viewers, man. Well, he must be feeling okay because he did actually respond to me. He said, yeah, I'm irrelevant. Remember? I do love those 82 viewers, though. And you, thank you for continuing to bring my name up. Maybe this will get me to 83. So I don't know what's going on here, but apparently this guy is, he got this little sign up on his comedy club. Everyone also give a round of applause to this amazing sign that Dennis has up on his comedy club now. Look at it. Look at how shiny and new it is. It looks so cool. I mean, he described this, I think, as like a dream come true or something. Or maybe that was one of his commenters or something like that. Oh, yeah. I'm happy for you. Good luck with everything. What a dream come true. And then he liked it. But, yeah, he's doing big things over here in LA. The comedy club, still up. It didn't get shut down for illegally serving drinks or anything like that. I mean, he did beat all of haters that way. So a big shout out to Deaf Noodles. All right, let's talk about Hasan real quick because he's a whiny little bitch. Fuck Hasan. He is crying about LSF. Hasan crying about LSF. Let's just play the clip. Let's raise the volume first. Sorry. Twitch streamers don't know how to do audio. Let's listen to this.
I asked to be taken off LSF.
He outlasted. Yeah, exactly. Supposedly, I don't even know.
I purposely tried to get myself banned. They banned me for a little bit, but then, you know, the drama was too good for them, so they decided to put me back in forcibly, against my will, against my wishes. And there's not really much I can do when, you know, one of the largest subreddits decides, no, we're going to still farm off of hatred of you.
It really says something, by the way, guys, when Twitch streamers will talk about LSF as if it's Kiwi Farms. You know, it shows how, like, sheltered they are and how, like, few problems they really have. Like, LSF is, like, I do not understand this phenomenon. Why do Twitch streamers treat LSF like it's, like, the final boss of the internet? Like, oh, if you get on LSF, it's over. No! LSF clipped me and it's all over, guys. First of all, LSF, the mods over there, are pussies. They're beta males. And they've been known to be pussies for years. LSF has been getting clowned for years because they remove every thread at the slightest amount of pressure. Who cares? LSF is like, do streamers actually care about LSF, or do they pretend to care publicly but then use it to farm views privately? Because I've also heard this theory too, right? Do Twitch streamers, like, I do not understand their hatred of LSF. It has to be some sort of hidden marketing scheme where they pretend they hate LSF and pretend to cry when they get clipped on there. But then when they get clipped on there, they're doing it to get their name out there in the drama cycle for views. What is it about LSF for these streamers?
So that, like,
what the fuck is LSF? It's live stream fails. It's the biggest subreddit that goes over streamer drama. But they suck. Let me see here. What's on LSF that I should be worried about? Live stream fail. 2 million members. Buddy the dog does Nick Molina's song for 20 gifted subs. Leak Skate 4 gameplay. When you bring your parents to a rage room. What the fuck is a rage room? Okay, I don't care. What is this? Forsen finally beat XQC's Minecraft record. These aren't even drama. Like, this is what streamers are, like, afraid of getting on. Like, oh no, I don't want to get on LSF. Okay, dude, whatever. Let's hear Hasan cope about it.
I asked to be taken off LSF. I purposely tried to get myself banned.
They're not even fails. Yeah, from my understanding, LSF was, like, actually a scary subreddit, quote unquote, back in, like, 2013, 2015, maybe. But these days, if you're coping about LSF as a public streamer, especially as a guy like Hasan, one of the top streamers, what do you have to worry about, bro? Like, okay, if you're Hasan, I can get like hating Destiny subreddit because they're constantly picking on you, exposing you for being an idiot, clipping up all your streams, mocking you on the daily basis. Sure, even then you're bitch made for caring about that. But okay, that makes more sense. But LSF, that's the final boss of the internet. LSF sucks. All the mods on LSF are pussies. That subreddit should be shut down or reorganized with better members. The guy you were arguing with said your fans are the reason pedophilia has lost meaning. Well, I wasn't aware that pedophilia lost meaning. That sounds like a projection from their end. That sounds crazy. Pedophilia very much has meaning to me. Everybody knows what that is.
I has to be taken off LSF. I purposely try to get myself banned. They banned me for a little bit, but then, you know, the drama was too good for them, so they decided to put me back in forcibly, against my will, against my wishes. And there's not really much I can do when, you know, one of the largest subreddits decides, no, we're going to still farm off of hatred of you. So much so that, like,
farm off hatred of you.
Actual fucking Nazis were talking about how they want to murder me, but like, haha, in a joking way.
Bro, can somebody link me the clip of Hasan coping about saying hi the first time he said that? When he was on the boxing stadium at KSI's event, he was like, I'm gonna skin you alive and eat you, or something crazy like that. And then Hasan got fooled into taking that seriously, like, what the fuck? Sam Hyde wants to kill me? Fuck off.
Which ended up getting to the top of that subreddit numerous times with a lot of the supporters of said person fucking enjoying that, talking about how it's funny. Meanwhile, you know, there's a lot of shit that happens there's a lot of shit that happens in the real world that is not so great, right?
Hasan versus Idubbbz. Winner faces Sam Hyde. Please, dude. They both need it.
I'm not going to talk about. I don't want to talk about. But yeah, I'm not a fan of LSF. I don't want to be on LSF. Yeah. I am very much in favor of never being on LSF ever again.
Dude, I cannot believe that he begged to get taken off of this subreddit and they threw him back on. They realized he was just too juicy to ignore. They were like, actually, nah. Oh, brother, stop being hysterical. I just want to change the way you look. I want to experiment on you and make you uglier. I want to get you in a shipping container and maybe I'll have some bolts in your neck like Frankenstein when I'm done. Relax. Oh, man. Amazing stuff there. Yeah, Hasan's been fucking crying a lot. There's this other clip too.
Acceptable because, hey,
he sounds like such a bitch too when he complains.
Acceptable because, hey, you never said you were a socialist. How about let's talk about your ethics a little bit? Because considering from where I'm standing, I practice what I fucking preach.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. The whole point of being a socialist is mocking. Well, I mean, obviously it's bullshit, but ideally on paper, the whole point of being a socialist is mocking the idea of wealth and living in extreme luxury, because all of that lifestyle is unnecessary, especially when there's poverty and suffering in the world. Now, do you practice that? Of course not, but okay, buddy.
Considering from where I'm standing,
socialism is not paying higher taxes, by the way. That's not, because he'll always say that. He'll be like, well, I pay my fair share in taxes. Okay, what else? Is that all you do?
Acceptable because, hey, you never said you were a socialist. How about let's talk about your ethics a little bit? Because considering from where I'm standing, I practice what I fucking preach. You are trying to poke holes in that. You think the moderator angle is an adequate one. They're going to keep trying to fucking put that down. Go ahead. Tell us about how you make merch. Tell us about how much money you get paid from crypto gambling sponsorships.
I talk about it
Tell us
all
about
the
the many
time.
people that have reached.
Twitch is such a retarded place, man. My gambling take has always been controversial, but I fail to see how if you're like a secular normie on Twitch and you don't give a fuck about anything, how can you draw the line at like, you know, like you think hot tub streaming is based and all that, but then you think gambling is the evil of society? Gambling? You really place a gambling addiction as more problematic than a porn addiction or a drug addiction or even alcoholism? Now, generally speaking, I'm the type of guy who's like, let it all air out on the platform. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Why not? I mean, Kick just launched and they have hot tub streaming and sexual streams, as well as gambling, as well as drinking and smoking on stream. Fine. So be it. But whenever I hear people clutch their fucking pearls over gambling, it's like, why? How is gambling? People always talk about how dangerous of a hobby gambling is and how serious gambling addiction is. Of all of the addictions, it's like the least problematic and severe. Am I wrong on this? I feel like porn addiction or drug addiction is way fucking easier and more dangerous and susceptible to fall into. And it's not even, and that's even just acknowledging that what they're doing is problematic anyway. I don't think taking a gambling sponsor is wrong. Are the sponsors scams? Are they sketchy companies? Are they promoting illegal practices or behaviors? Are the owners sketchy? Sure. Present an argument, but you can't just blanket and say all gambling streaming, even if it's sponsored, is bad. That's just delusional logic. Especially if you don't acknowledge porn and drug addictions that are promoted on Twitch. Again, the same streamers that talk about how bad gambling is, they're sitting there smoking or drinking or doing drinking streams. And that's base, fine, but you can't fucking cry about gambling. Gambling's like the least of the problem. Auggie, please, gambling is the highest self-off rate. So that you're like pinpointing it. Well, they kill themselves the most. So that means it's a bigger, lesser issue. I feel like it's much easier to. I don't even know if that's true, by the way, compared to drinking and drugs. Really? I feel like people that are addicted to drugs kill themselves more, accidentally or not. But I don't know. Bad take. I disagree. I think it's a great take. I think that if you're going to draw the line at fucking gambling, you're delusional.
Men that have reached out to you saying, hey, Train, I have serious gambling issues. Could you please squeeze some money for me? And then your reaction to that, does that take a mental toll on you? We can have that conversation as well.
I think people can come forward on Twitter and tell you everything about that.
Let me behave like you do a little bit. And
behave like I do. I'm not the one.
And let me just clarify, for all the people saying that I have an L take on gambling, I think Hassan's content is more harmful than Trainwreck's sponsored gambling streams. I think Hasan on his own is more offensive and more actually harmful and detrimental to the youth than Trainwreck's sponsored gambling streams. Because if you look at what Hasan promotes, first of all, he promotes degeneracy of all kinds, right? Sex addictions. He fucks porn stars and promotes that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? You can argue, oh, he's not a real socialist. I don't really care about that other than pointing out that he's a hypocrite, but he also promotes that type of lifestyle too. So if you're like a socialist or a lefty, Hasan promotes, degenerate, rich, lavish lifestyles that are supposed to be immoral. He promotes that. He promotes, doesn't he drink on stream? I don't think that's like a big part of his streams, but he does drink on stream, or at least he's fine with it. So he promotes that. But even if you just look at his actual content, like his political ideologies, he promotes retardation. He promotes stupidity. He promotes a lack of critical thinking. He promotes no common sense, which is the most dangerous thing. Now, I'm not some the kids need to stop watching Hasan. It's making them stupid. Fuck it. Let the kids become stupid. It's not like the parents are going to do anything. It's their responsibility. The parents should be giving their kids a little bit better programming than fucking Hasan on Twitch. But if you want my real honest thoughts, I think Hasan's standalone content is a million times more dangerous than Trainwreck's gambling content. Really? Why don't you not let your kids get access to your fucking credit card, dumbass? If they fucking spend all of your money gambling, that's your L as the parent. You lost. The kid's not the loser in that situation. You're the loser. So cope about it.
I have a reason to do this.
I'm not the one selling false hope while profiting off of that hope.
Yeah. You're not selling false hope? Yeah, because you said what?
No.
That gambling is bad? Whoa, book, gambling is bad. Meanwhile, You sit there and you generate hundreds almost of millions of dollars, maybe half of that now.
I get paid.
Yeah, and then he just smears. What an evil liar, too. That's the other thing, too. Honestly, I believe people that promote dishonesty and lies, when they're this comfortable lying to their audience, like in front of them, that on its own is more dangerous than gambling. I really believe that. I'm not saying that as I'm saying that to be provocative, but I'm also really believe that. Nick says, do you want to chat about Gamba? Yeah, sure. I'm in the mood. I've been talking about 30,000 different things this stream, but I swear to God, bro, you guys are so backwards with gambling. I can acknowledge gambling addiction. Maybe some of you guys think that I'm denying gambling addiction is a real or serious problem. Obviously not. I mean, like, to deny that would be just retarded, you know? But if you're going to sit there and say, oh, you know, hot tip streams, porn in and of itself, lol, whatever, all this, you know, drugs and stuff, it's like, yeah, this is all cool. If you're going to say that, then gambling, and you draw the line gambling, I just think you're crazy. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, so I don't think your take's like awful. I mean, I agree with most of it. I could probably meet you halfway here. It sounds like you kind of downplay gambling a bit in comparison to like the other pillars of like addiction, like drugs, alcohol.
A little bit. I mean, not to the sense that I deny that it is a highly addictive thing that you can get into. I mean, let me just be honest, right? I have family that's had gambling addictions. Obviously, I'm aware of the issue, but when it comes to, especially when you're talking about kids, if you promote kids gambling versus alcohol versus drugs versus porn, I think a lot of those things that I just mentioned are more dangerous than gambling, by far.
I don't know if it's necessarily like a tier list kind of thing. I do think that if you include porn, you have to include gambling. Because gambling doesn't just take the shape of like a slot machine. Gambling is like obsessing over the crypto market. Gambling is becoming a day trader. Gambling is all these different things. And usually when we talk about Hasan streams or Train streams rather, the argument's more or less that like Train isn't telling people to go out and gamble. He showcases himself losing just as much as he showcases himself winning, right? And that you can't become addicted to gambling just by watching a live stream, that 18-year-olds can't just get online and start gambling. So there has to be some kind of fuck up there. Someone has to access their parents' credit card. Like, there are other avenues you have to go through to become a gambling addict that Train isn't like in direct control of.
Right.
And that's why like I'm okay with like alcohol, right? So like the UFC or the NBA isn't the reason why I'm a crippling alcoholic or Minx is a crippling alcoholic. Because like there are several avenues you'd have to go through to become an alcoholic after you've seen that commercial. There are plenty of people who can drink responsibly. There are plenty of people who can gamble responsibly. And that's why I don't think the influencer bullshit and the sponsorship shit and all this other fucking stuff is... I think it's really gay to attack people on that. But like, I think you don't quite understand like the magnitude of how bad you could fuck up your life if you have a stimulation problem, and that stimulation problem shows up in terms of gambling.
Here's the thing. Maybe this is like the disconnect. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking about kids. You know what I mean? Like I like if you present like somebody that has like a history, like a family history with a gambling addiction in their fucking 20s where they have free access, they live on their own, they're totally responsible for their own, you know. Yeah, sure. Maybe that's more dangerous than like drugs for them, for instance. Maybe they're not the type of person to get addicted to drugs or like fall down that path, but they're more likely to fall down the gambling path. Sure. But when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about what Hasan and Trainer talk about, which is how gambling sponsorships affect children who watch them on Twitch. Right? And if you're a kid, stopping your kid from gambling is like the easiest thing to do as a parent. Like, it is so simple. Whereas avoiding your kid from falling into like, you know, drugs, especially in fucking public schooling or whatever, that's a little bit harder to like steer them off that type of path or something like that. But gambling,
I would say it's even harder to get alcohol as a kid than it is to get drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
There are kids getting busted like in
and
the
don't even get me started on fucking porn. Every kid these days has a porn addiction. So it's like these other vices from a kid's point of view are way easier to get into. And it's also a lot easier. It's also a lot harder for the parents. Well, it's also a lot harder for the parents to prevent that from happening too. Whereas with gambling, it's very easy for the parents to prevent that.
Sure, I would agree with preventative measures, and I would agree if we like condense it down to specifically this specific age group. But again, my argumentation for that wouldn't be like, oh, it's harder to get addicted, because I don't necessarily know if that's the part that matters.
Yeah.
It's more or less that like it's not his fucking problem. There's other factors contributing at play, and those things that make it harder are the reasons why Train would be wouldn't be like held responsible for that. The same way that like I think the only time I would argue that is maybe like an OnlyFans model, because she's quite literally selling herself as the product.
You know what? I'm a little sick and tired of people like, you know, I would, if okay, let me put it this way, all right?
If you'd agree that's more direct, right?
If a priest was sitting here in the Discord call with Trainwrecks and XQC and condemning them for promoting gambling to children, it'd make a little bit more sense to me watching this than if it was Hasan, the arbiter of morals here, telling, chastising Train.
That's why it's hard to have these discussions.
Are you kidding me? When the fuck this guy fucks porn stars every day? And I'm not even saying lock him up. Like, I'm making a moral argument there. I'm saying if this guy's gonna be the moral guy, okay, well, you promote degeneracy. You promote all kinds of it. Maybe you don't acknowledge that those forms of degeneracy exist. You probably think, that's my lifestyle. It's why I'm an adult or whatever. Sure. But you're promoting that lifestyle to kids, right? Sure, I can make the same, every argument he makes against gambling to Train, I can twist it back on him.
Well, I wouldn't say Hassan Piker promotes, but again, I get what you're saying.
Just by doing that, he promotes it because kids grow up, they're like, I want to be like Hasan. I want to do what he does.
You're making that argument
I don't agree with that logic, but yeah.
Okay, I was making sure. Yeah.
I mean, obviously the parents are responsible, but it's like when Hassan's sitting here like, do you know what you're doing to these kids' lives? It's like, well, okay, dummy. Yeah. Hasan, shut the fuck up. Like, come on.
No, I agree. When Ethan Klein and Hasan lead any kind of moral outrage, typically my brain shuts off and goes, these guys just suck.
Yeah. At least Ethan has kids, so maybe he can somewhat, appeal to that. As a dad, he can appeal to that line of thought. But Hasan, what does this guy care about? Does this guy care about gambling?
He appeals to the moral outrage wagon. I had this happen to me today. I forgot what the fucking topic was. Oh, you know what it was? Dude, you want to hear about some fucking psychopathic retard fucking degenerate dumb fuck on Twitter? Because it's actually relevant.
Am I getting canceled, by the way? I've been too busy streaming. Is my Twitter getting
there's
nuked?
1,000 pedophiles lining up to gun you down in cold blood. That's beside. No, it's a different thread. I tweeted today about the fights. I thought the fights kind of sucked. I'm not going to give the whole rundown to it anymore. Basically, I think that Jake Paul losing fucked up fights in the community or whatever.
Yeah.
Or at least boxing matches. And someone wrote to me and they went, yeah, well, they're marketing it to kids. They're using children entertainers, and they let OnlyFans prostitutes onto the cards. They're literally selling sex to children. I'm like, you have to jump through so many fucking hoops to say something like that. But that's kind of what it feels like. The arguments that that they make against Train, it feels like the same thing. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? So if I play a slot machine on fucking on Twitch, your kid's gonna fucking sell your house while you're at work? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Fuck off, bro.
Yeah,
if I do a weed stream, your kid's gonna do heroin now. Maybe you should fucking look at what they're doing. Fucking check their cell phones.
According to YouTube, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. This fucking clip. Yeah. I'm so sick of these people. I genuinely, I was watching this the other night, this stream that they were doing, and it just hit me. I don't know if I've ever made this point before, but I'm sitting there why are these guys? They'll sit here whenever somebody makes an argument against hot tip streamers, they'll laugh. They'll be like, "Oh, that's crazy! Fuck you! These prudes." But then they'll clutch their pearls over gambling at the same time. It's I cannot see. What's the difference?
You know where I stand, buddy. I cashed in offshore. Okay, I can't say anything.
Yeah,
I took
your
take
the money, is compromised. Auggie. Your take is compromised. You can't give a take on this.
$6,000 for 2 tweets. I'll make your kid a gambling
$6,000 for 2 tweets. Amazing.
Dude, I'll make sure your kid sells your car.
You got paid $6,000 to make 2 tweets telling kids to gamble. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man. Yeah, when they added the casino in GTA 5, it really sent me down a dark path.
Because you know what the ads were? To talk about it wasn't slots, but it was to do sports gambling with the UFC. Oh yeah, the gambling's so bad. That's why the event they wanted you to promote is sports. I don't know, man.
For a while, I've been picking on the Serfs because they're the easiest person on the left to just fucking shit on. It's so funny, and I want to get that ball rolling. Well, Tim Pool has heard my pleas, and he's now realized that the Serfs is the easiest fucking punching bag. Before we get into that, right? This is the Serfs saying kids don't get surgery or puberty blockers.
Did you see the reader's comment?
Readers added context. Puberty blockers are prescribed to children. Adults don't go through puberty. Children do. Children aged 13 through 17 are getting surgery. Reuters.
I love how fucking brutal it is.
Dude.
Adults can't get puberty.
Lance
idiot.
is such a fucking idiot. I don't know how people didn't hop onto him after his Lawrence Southern debate about the fucking mass graves that he horrifically lost. But this is so fucking hilarious. So Destiny
Remind
shits on him.
everybody that Tim got like gutted by fucking Alex Jones and Fuentes, right?
Yeah.
Tim is like not
And Ye.
anybody either, honestly. And yeah, I don't know, maybe not Alex Jones, but fucking definitely Kanye and stuff. And he looked like a fucking clown after that,
Yeah.
right? And then he had that weird back and forth with Jeremy and stuff. This isn't like some intellectual powerhouse on the right either. He's pretty low on the totem pole. But I still think he's going to be very competitive with Lance, because Lance is probably the dumbest leftist.
Will manhandle
has to
Lance.
be.
Tim Pool is-
Lance walked in blind to try to debate JF and got mauled in a eugenics debate. And then some say he's still trying to find the mass graves he couldn't explain to Lauren Southern last year. Like, he's just taken L after L after L with right-wing creators. There's no... I think Tim Pool wipes him if he goes to meet him IRL. 100%.
I honestly think so too. And yeah, Tim Pool, if you look at guys on the right, Tim Pool's on the lower scale of intelligence. But even that being said, I think he could manhandle Lance. Especially if he does minimal prep, because Lance does no prep at all. So if Tim just does minimal prep, he's already like instantly like more qualified to just destroy him. But dude, he's getting shit on or whatever, right? So Destiny fucking jumped on him for his stupid as fuck tweet. He responds by saying, "Aren't you the leave a hebephiles alone guy?" That's what he said. Totally. Thought you'd understand the distinction between a prepubescent teen and a 5-year-old, Steven. The refusal to admit that he's wrong. Like, it's just fucking incredible, man. So I guess Tim Pool realizes this because he also was jumping in the thread. And then he just issued this formal tweet to which I didn't even see this. Holy shit. Lance backed out. He denied a debate from Tim Pool. Lance has less viewers than me. Dude, this guy has 200 viewers. This is like if Doc and the Radio got an invite to Tim Pool's show. How the fuck do you turn that down? Don't be fooled by his giant
viewers.
Twitter account, dude. Don't be fooled by his Twitter account, okay? His tweets might bang means nothing. Nobody likes his content. His content sucks shit.
Dude, he
And
fired up
turned
today's
down a Tim
stream
Pool
pretending he
debate.
was debating fucking Tim on the stream. All
While
the
he
viewers he
backed
has
out?
today. Yeah, you look at my fucking feed, bro.
Bruh,
Dude, he
no
fired it up
way.
and 20 people showed up to the beginning of it. Like, he was literally doing the Keffels thing. It's pathetic.
Oh
and that's how
my-
so many people watched him.
But
because they
Keffels
thought
actually
Tim was
wanted the
gonna be there.
debate. Keffels actually wanted it, though. The difference is that Serfs backed out. He can't do that. What
Here,
the
I sent
fuck?
it to you. It's in the chat. Bro, this is... You know who commented on this saying it was fucking ridiculous? Do you know who looked at this and
Keffels?
said, wow, this guy's pathetic?
Who?
I said,
No! Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, Deaf Noodle. Okay. Deaf
What?
Noodles W?
The fuck? Death Noodles has more dignity than Lance.
So this is the totem pole, okay? We've now created the power level scaling for this community.
Lance is lower than Dennis.
Lance is competitive with Diva in intelligence.
Lance is lower than... No.
Oh my god. Competitive with Diva. the competitive, like esports, retard esports.
Dude, Death
Oh
Noodles
my
mogs
God.
them, but then Death Noodles mogs them both. That's the worst part. It's like amazing. Debating Tim Pool live now? He clickbaited it. And let's see. I'm curious now. Let's do run his channel up on Twitch Tracker and see how many numbers he got. Just because I'm a man of accuracy, you know? Just curious how this clickbait got
YouTube
him.
took your 90% and gave it to the Serfs for that.
He wishes. He fucking wishes. What did he get on today's stream? Oh, he's got 500 watching. Damn.
Eva in chat said
Wait,
Reed
he baited-
Sports,
he
but
lied ab-
she's unaware that she's the smartest woman.
He
Okay.
lied about Tim Pool being on there, but still couldn't crack past 500.
Damn, dude. 500,
What?
bro. It's a big show over there
That-
tonight.
That's more people want to watch this stream than want to watch the Serfs debate.
Bro, I
Tim
haven't
Pool.
even streamed in like 6 months, and I have 1,000 fucking viewers. What the fuck, Lance?
Dude, it's
And my
crazy.
stream title is Jalen.
Oh, I said Eva is saying that she like Reed Sports, but she doesn't know she's smartest woman. And that's not saying a lot, but it is a compliment at the end of the day. Smartest
Awesome.
community woman.
Smartest community woman. What an award. Why does
Do you
Lance
think
look
there's
so
anyone else
beta?
competitive for that? Who would you say is the smartest community woman?
The ones that left? I don't know. Like Channy.
The ones that got away.
The ones that got
Jesus,
untouched.
dude. You want to make it sound even worse?
The ones that got untouched.
The ones who escaped. You fucking freak. You're fucking retarded.
Am I wrong? Like, come on now. They probably are the smartest.
Bro, we sound like fucking psychotic people every time we stream it. It's not even our fault, bro.